All right, how's it going, people? This camera angle is not where I need to be. That's it. Anyway, how's it going, people? Long time no see. Raw 30. What better time? What better time than now? We'll try to keep it on track with the wrestling, but life, other stuff, whatever, whatever. This episode of Raw is supposed to be the celebration of Raw being on for 30 years. 30 years of iconic moments, iconic wrestlers, this, that, and where there were some good parts, it was typical Raw shenanigans. Um, I don't even know what they do with these shows because we need these legend shows to show the guys, but we also need to move the storylines along and keep the new talent on. And it's always a jumbled mess. It's always something. It's not coherent. It's not a coherent show ever with this stuff. So it starts off first with, I don't know why they couldn't. Whatever. It starts off with the Bloodline trial of Sami Zayn. The tribal chief Roman Reigns is saying to Sami, "Hey, what happened last week? I think you're guilty of trying to betray the Bloodline." He puts up these clips of what happened. He tells Solo, I send Sami Zayn to death by thumb. Solo goes over to do it, and in steps, out of all people, Jey Uso. Jey Uso puts together his own defense package, and he tells Sami Zayn, "Look, I didn't trust you at first, but you proving your loyalty or whatever." And Roman Reigns tells him, "Hey, look, I want to see you for a couple of days until a Royal Rumble, and then I'll make the final decision if you're a part of the Bloodline." Skip ahead to the next match. The Usos defending their titles against the Judgment Day. Excellent match. Probably the best match on the card. Damian Priest, monster performance. During the match, Jimmy gets hurt going over for a dive over the top rope onto Damian Priest. So, the match continues. Sami Zayn, Jey Uso takes on Dominic and Priest. All's going well. At one point, you thought the Judgment Day was going to win. Dominic hits the 619, hits the splash. Sami Zayn breaks it up. They get Damian and Priest out of the ring, and they hit the 1D on Dominic Mysterio. Sami and Jey end up overcoming the odds and winning. That would be interesting. I mean, how far would they want to take that? Would they want to sit Jimmy on the sidelines just a little bit to have Sami Zayn and Jey as a tag team? I can see some miles with that, but I think they're also going to be playing Sami more into that Roman Reigns stuff. So, yeah, that main event is going to be something, especially with the ending, to see where they take it. Moving on past that. Let me see. All right, so get past the Uso match. Let's see. Oh, yeah, JBL backstage talking to the Godfather, and then you had Baron Corbin with him. Nobody cares about Baron Corbin. They let him in because of some money. Blah. It's the casino, the APA stuff. Look, we've seen it before. You've seen it before. Then you had LA Knight coming out. LA Knight is talking to the crowd. Out comes The Undertaker playing the American Badass theme, riding the motorcycle. Memories, moments. Look, man, that was peak Kid Rock. Kid Rock, that first album with Bob with the Bar, and then the second one with American Badass, that was top tier Kid Rock. I was a huge Kid Rock fan. Had the first album, had the second album. Now you can't play Kid Rock with thinking, hey, that guy might. Hey, that guy might be I'm sorry, got a text right here. Hey, that guy might be a domestic terrorist. I don't know. Uh, let me see. Pod. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, you just can't listen to Kid Rock the same. Anyway, Undertaker gets in the ring. L.A. Knight bails, and he's like, "I could turn you. I could make headlines. It'll be the Undertaker needing the Undertaker. Uh, whose game is it? L.A. Knight's game. And I'm gonna be the new Lord of Darkness when I beat up Bray Wyatt. Lights go out. Bray Wyatt appears behind him with the lantern. LA Knight gets scared. I'm scared. Gets back into the ring. Undertaker puts him in the goozle. Then he throws him into Bray Wyatt for his sister Abigail. I get it, but I don't get it. Yeah, whatever. Let's see, going past that. Poker tournament. Okay, who cares about that? Oh yeah, this the Bailey Becky Lynch steel cage match. So first Bailey comes out. She sends damage control to the back. She's like, oh, hey, I got this, girls. She walks around the ring, gets into the cage. Out comes Becky. She's looking at Bailey. Tries to get into the cage. Out comes Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai attacks Becky. Then it's Io Sky. Then they're both tag teaming her. Becky's fighting them off. Then she gets a steel cage to the face by Bailey. Dakota Kai hits her with the steel chain in the chest. They throw it in the cage. Lock the cage from the inside. Whatever. Then they hit a double move. Io Sky assisted moonsault. Triple tag team neck breaker thing. Finally, Adam Pearce unlocks the door. And Bailey and Damage Control scale the cage like teenage children getting scolded. I don't know why. I mean, could have just whatever. So Becky Lynch is left laying in a heap, hurt after getting all of the attacks, and Damage Control throws a shirt down on her, and yeah, we didn't get a steel cage match. So Becky is in a feud with was Bailey, but now it's Damage Control, so she's gonna bring in her own squad. Would it be more questions than answers on that one? Let me see. Adam Pearce. Oh, DX comes out, and it's every DX member except for Badass Billy Gunn. Instead, it's Kurt Angle, which is weird because most of the time, I would think AEW and Tony Khan would have let um, Billy show up for this, but I guess it wasn't special. I don't know. Anyway, so they do their entrance. Raw Dog does the ladies and gentlemen tag team. You've heard the stick before. And when he gets to Badass Billy Gunn, he's like, "Hey, Kurt Angle." Like they didn't notice him beforehand. Anyway, Kurt's like, "Hey, I want to be a part of DX," and they're like, "You gotta pass a test." Blah. That's why they're about to go. Triple H goes into the "Are you ready?" Out comes Imperium, showstopper, and it's the "Hey, you guys aren't serious wrestlers. We're serious wrestlers." Stick. And look, I love Imperium. I love the whole thing. It's different from what's going on in WWE. Kind of wish they would have Jonathan Gresham in there. I'm just saying. I mean, he would fit in. They would, line up the move. Not line up the move, but line up the skin tone. And it's just like, anyway, anyway. So Gunther calls them degenerates, and that leads to Triple H stepping up and like, "Hey, Triple H's comedy after becoming retired, to me, has stepped up." Then you had Shawn Michaels. He's like, "Hey, I'm retired too." Shawn White, he's like, "I'm retired." And then they huddle up and like, "Hey, we got something to deal with you. Kurt Angle's gonna fight you guys." And Kurt was like, "No, I'm retired too." Out comes Seth. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at a potential feud between Gunther and Seth Rollins. In fact, I would pay money to see that. Then they're like, hey, it's only one of him and it's three of them. I come to Street Profits because token black people are needed somewhere, I guess. Um, and it's a six-man tag, Street Profits and Seth versus Imperium. And why did the thrown together at the last second tag triple team beat the established lords, generals of the ring guys in a match? Things that make you go, why? So Imperium gets beat. Dawkins comes off, not Dawkins, but Ford comes on the top rope, hits the from the heaven splash on Javinci. Then Seth Rollins tags in and hits the stump. 1, 2, 3. I guess the bad thing that could come out of this is maybe a Gunther Seth match, but still. Okay, moving on past that. Dawkins, yeah, okay, that was whatever. Bobby Lashley backstage with MVP. Okay, I didn't nobody care about it. Ric Flair announces Charlotte. Then look, it all leads to Bianca versus Sonya for a match. Match was sloppy. Who cares? Bianca wins. But the end of the match, it sees Alexa Bliss talking to a mirror, and she's like, "Look, I know you're scared. You don't have to be scared of Uncle Howdy again. I'm going to be the monster. I'm going to rip your face off, but I'm going to leave your eyes because you're going to see me walking away with the title at the Royal Rumble." Anyway, moving past that. Let's see. Bianca, Austin Theory. Oh, before the main event, you had Miz coming out. He's upset. He's like, "Hey, I wasn't on this segment. I had some years on Raw. I had some memorable moments, but nobody skewed a package." Out comes Kevin Owens, stuns him. He's talking to Kevin. He's like, "I'm sick of Roman Reigns. He's held the title hostage for 2 years. He's not a champion we can be proud of. This, that. I'm going to be a champion people can be proud of because I'm going to keep fighting." And then Miz gets back up. He gets hit with another stun. The crowd goes wild. Kevin Owens on the mic, always something special. And it's, the build up for this, the there was some pre like marketing for that match. I know we're gonna get the whole course marketing for that match come SmackDown. Got another appetizer last week with the Kevin Owens coming in and wrecking the whole bloodline, putting Roman through the table. Then you had the main event. Austin Theory took on Bobby Lashley. Good match up until the end. And guess what happens at the end? Brock Lesnar returns. F5's Bobby Lashley. Then F5's Austin onto Bobby Lashley. Austin Theory wins the title. What was the point? What was the point of having Lashley come back? I mean, Lesnar come back. Unless they're setting up for another Lesnar-Lashley match where Lesnar loses to Bobby Lashley. Because if I'm not mistaken, Lesnar beat Lashley. So why would he come back to beat up Lashley again and be a thorn in his side? It's not like he's gaining anything from this. It's not like Lashley got one over on him. It's not like, I don't get it. I don't get like why he came back to attack Lashley for no reason. Like, unless it's just for them to have another match and Lashley get his win back, and then they have some kind of road match at WrestleMania. But you already had a match at. It's confusing. Like, why is Lashley coming? Why is Lesnar coming out to face Lashley or to cost Lashley a United States Championship match when he's already? this is what happens when you try to throw like people who aren't on the roster regularly into just anything. Like you have this whole build up of Lashley attacking referees, not keeping this cool, and getting back on track, getting to the United States title match, just for him to get screwed over by Brock Lesnar, a guy that already beat him and embarrassed him on the Saudi Arabia stage. Why? Like, you would think Brock Lesnar would have something better. You would think it would be Lashley doing it. It would be Lashley costing Brock a title opportunity or a title match, not the other way around, because Brock has nothing to gain out of doing this besides just being petty. Like, is petty, is that word? Is Brock Lesnar now petty Lesnar for no reason? Just like, hey, I'm showing up to fuck you over. Why? I don't know. I already beat you, and you don't have a title, and I'm gonna cost you the title. I don't know. Like, overall, Raw 30 was, it had its moments with the legends, but oh no, man, it's just. Anyway, so tell me what you guys thought about this Raw, man. I enjoyed certain parts. Obviously, like I said, the USO Judgment Day match was the highlight match of the night. The DX segment, it was cool nostalgia, but it's like something in the back of my mind said, like, they're gonna bring out Imperium, aren't they? Are they gonna bring out Imperium? So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Tell me what you guys thought. Like, comment, subscribe, all that, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. We're finally gonna get a Briscoe on television Wednesday. It's sad that Jay Briscoe died, and now they're finally just gonna throw Mark Briscoe on television as like, I it like we never got a Briscoe brother promo on AEW because of unknown reasons. Like, obviously the tweet, but whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch you guys later.